Have you ever felt like you're wasting your potential? Like you know deep down that you're capable of more, yet you keep finding reasons to hold back? Maybe you've told yourself that you'll start tomorrow or that things aren't perfect yet. But here's the truth. Every day you delay, you're losing valuable time, opportunities, and growth. The life you dream of, the success you crave, it's not out of reach. It's waiting for you to take action. This is your wake-up call. It's time to stop playing it safe. Stop doubting yourself and stop waiting for the perfect moment. You've got everything inside you to succeed right now, but only if you make the choice to act. In the next few minutes, I'll show you how to break free from the habits holding you back, tap into your true potential, and create the life you deserve. Get ready, because what you're about to hear could be the catalyst for your greatest transformation yet. What's it really costing you to hold back? Every day you delay, you're missing out on growth, opportunities, and the life you deserve. The consequences of inaction are often silent but deeply impactful. You may not see the damage immediately, but over time the price of stagnation starts to pile up. It's not just about what you're not doing, it's about what you're letting slip through your fingers. Opportunities pass by unnoticed. Relationships go untapped, your skills and talents remain dormant. And as time goes on, your confidence weakens, replaced by regret. Can you afford to let another day slip by in this cycle? Every day you hesitate, you're not just avoiding growth, you're actively choosing to stay in a place where you know you don't belong. The danger lies in getting comfortable with this state of almost and maybe. It's easy to settle, to convince yourself that this is good enough. But good enough is never enough when you know you're capable of so much more. Choosing comfort over growth is one of the greatest self-sabotages you can commit. It's tempting to stay where things are predictable, where you don't have to face the discomfort of change. But let me tell you something, safety doesn't lead to progress. Growth is uncomfortable. Success requires risk. If you're constantly avoiding discomfort, you're avoiding the very thing that will push you toward greatness. Playing it safe may seem like the easier route, but in reality, it keeps you stuck. It's like standing still on a treadmill, believing you're moving forward. In the end, you'll only be more frustrated because you haven't truly moved. When you fail to pursue your potential, your dreams fade into the background, leaving you with only what could have been. And that's the harshest consequence of all, the slow creeping realization that your dreams were never fully lived out. Every day that passes without action chips away at those dreams. Before you know it, you'll be filled with regret, wishing you'd taken action when you had the chance. The only thing worse than failing is not trying at all. Time is your most valuable resource. Don't waste it waiting for conditions to be perfect. The perfect moment is now. What if I told you that your greatness isn't somewhere out of reach? It's already inside you, waiting to be unleashed. The truth is, you have untapped power. Every single person on this planet has the potential for greatness. But for many of us, that potential remains dormant because we never take the steps to awaken it. It's like a treasure chest inside you, just waiting for you to find the key. When you recognize that the strength you need is already within, everything changes. You stop looking for external sources of validation and instead start trusting in your own abilities. The key to unlocking your potential is realizing that you have the power to change your life at any moment. Your potential isn't a distant dream, it's right here, right now. You just have to decide to unlock it. Think of it like having a treasure chest full of gold, but the key is in your hand. You've been waiting for something or someone to open it for you, but the truth is, only you can turn the lock. And once you do, you'll be amazed at the possibilities that unfold. When you choose to believe in yourself, the world starts to change around you. Self-belief isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. Without it, you'll never take the action needed to unlock your potential. It's that simple. When you decide to believe that you are capable, everything shifts. The fear that once held you back fades, and suddenly the world becomes full of opportunities. The truth is, belief is the catalyst for every great achievement. If you don't believe in yourself, no one else will. But when you do, doors will start opening, and you'll find yourself moving toward success in ways you never imagined. Fear doesn't just hold you back, it keeps you from even trying. Fear is one of the biggest barriers to success. It doesn't matter how big your dreams are or how capable you are, fear will make you question everything. It's the voice in your head that says, "You're not good enough." It's the emotion that paralyzes you into inaction. But here's the thing, fear isn't real. It's just an emotion, a thought in your head. It doesn't have the power to stop you unless you let it. You don't need to eliminate fear to succeed. You need to take action in spite of it. Fear will never fully disappear, but that's okay. You don't have to wait until you're completely fearless to take action. Instead, take that first step, even when fear is present. And let me tell you, that first step is the hardest one. But once you take it, the rest becomes easier. Fear isn't the problem. It's the inaction caused by fear that holds you back. Failure isn't the end. It's the necessary bridge between where you are and where you want to be. Too many people see failure as a sign that they're not good enough. But let me tell you, failure is an essential part of growth. Every great success story includes setbacks. Every successful person has failed countless times. It's not failure that defines you, it's how you respond to it. Embrace failure, learn from it, and use it as fuel to keep moving forward. You're not defined by your failures, you're defined by your resilience. You have everything inside you to succeed right now, but only if you make the choice to act. Don't wait for a better time. Don't wait for things to be perfect. The time to act is now. You have the power to take that first step toward the life you want. Stop holding back. It's time to take action. Every day you waste is a day lost. The clock is ticking and your potential is slipping through your fingers. You might not realize it right now, but inaction comes with a price that isn't always visible at first, but it builds up over time. When you don't take action, when you procrastinate or hold back, you're not just losing time, you're losing opportunities. Every day of inaction is a day where you could have been growing, learning, improving, and inching closer to the life you want. But instead you choose to stay stuck in the same place, in the same routine, with the same frustrations. And with that inaction comes an erosion of self-worth. The longer you stay stagnant, the more your belief in yourself starts to fade. You begin to feel like you're not capable of achieving anything meaningful. The potential you once felt inside starts to feel like a distant memory. You start doubting your abilities, and the longer you wait, the harder it becomes to take the first step. Regret doesn't announce itself, it builds quietly, leaving you to wonder what if. Every unfulfilled dream, every missed opportunity, every day you didn't act, all add up to a weight of regret that gets harder to carry with time. You may think you can push it away, that it'll fade as you move forward, but it doesn't. It lingers, feeding on your unspoken frustrations. What could have been, what should have been, these questions begin to haunt you. And the worst part is, regret never fades on its own. It only grows stronger. Imagine the cost of missing just one important opportunity in your life. It doesn't have to be something huge, but each small missed chance adds up. One missed job opportunity, one ignored chance to connect with the right person, one day spent in fear rather than action. These moments never return. They're lost forever. And with each one, you fall further away from the life you could have had. You find yourself asking, what if I had done things differently? Procrastination isn't just about putting things off. It's a pattern that feeds on itself. It feels comfortable at first, easy even. But before you know it, procrastination becomes a cycle you can't escape. You tell yourself, I'll do it tomorrow, and then tomorrow comes and the cycle repeats. Days turn into weeks, weeks into months, and suddenly years have gone by, and you're no closer to your goals than when you started. The danger of procrastination is that it doesn't just delay success, it destroys momentum. You've been putting off growth, and with every delay, the goal becomes more distant, more unattainable. Procrastination is like planting seeds that never grow. You water them, you nurture them. Without action, those seeds are nothing but empty promises. The longer you wait, the harder it becomes to take that first step. But time doesn't wait. Time doesn't slow down for anyone. And once it's gone, it's gone. You can't rewind it. You can't relive it. Lost time is a resource that can never be regained. There are countless stories of people who didn't act when they had the chance. People who hesitated and found themselves stuck in a cycle of regret, wondering what their life could have been. But then there are those who pushed through their fear and hesitation. They took action, they made the tough decisions, and they achieved success. The difference is simple. One group took action, the other stayed stuck. One missed decision can lead to more missed opportunities. Before you know it, years have passed and you realize that all those small moments where you hesitated and waited have added up. The chances you once had are no longer there. The life you could have had is a distant memory. The question is, how long will you let this cycle continue? How many opportunities are you willing to let slip away before you take control? Living in the what-if zone will haunt you forever. The internal struggle of what if never goes away. It stays with you, a constant reminder of the life you could have lived if only you had acted. The longer you wait, the stronger that feeling becomes. And it will never be enough to ignore it. It will continue to tug at you, reminding you of what could have been. Ask yourself, why wait to make it a reality? What are you truly afraid of? Have you ever wondered how much longer you'll let fear or laziness control your future? How much longer will you let inaction hold you back from everything you're capable of? The truth is, your fear of failure or success doesn't stand a chance against the cost of not trying. What's really holding you back? Is it fear of the unknown, fear of judgment, or just the fear of stepping outside your comfort zone? These are the barriers that keep you stuck in a cycle of inaction. Now is the time to confront these fears. The question isn't, can I do this? It's what's the cost of not trying? If you continue down this path of hesitation and inaction, you'll only find more regret, more frustration, and more missed opportunities. The time for excuses is over. You have everything you need to succeed. You just have to take the first step. What's stopping you from doing that right now? What if I told you that everything you need to succeed is already inside you? Right now, in this very moment, you have the power to create the life you've always wanted. It's not out there somewhere waiting for you, it's already within you, just waiting to be unlocked. But here's the thing, realizing that potential is the first step. And that step, it's up to you. No one else can take it for you, no one can make the decision for you. This is your moment to seize, your time to rise. You have untapped potential, everyone does. But it will remain locked away unless you do something about it. The truth is, most people live their lives not even knowing the power they hold inside. They wait for the right time, the right opportunity, or the perfect circumstances. But the truth is, the perfect time is now. The moment you decide to take action is the moment you begin to unlock your true power. It starts with believing you are capable, even when everything around you seems uncertain. Potential is like a muscle. If you don't use it, it stays weak. That's right, potential won't work itself out. It needs your effort, your courage, your commitment. Without action, it remains dormant. Imagine you have a muscle in your body that you've never used. It will stay small, weak, and useless. But once you start using it, it grows, it strengthens, and it becomes powerful. Your potential works the same way. If you don't start moving, you'll never know how strong you really are. Stop waiting for the magic to happen. The magic starts when you take that first step. The future you want isn't just going to show up one day. It's not going to happen without you actively moving toward it. So I challenge you to ask yourself, what would your life look like if you stopped wasting time? If you took action today, right now? Can you picture it? A life without regret. A life where you've done everything you could to reach your goals. Imagine a life without what ifs. Think about it. No more wondering if you could have done more, been more, achieved more. Visualization is one of the most powerful tools you have. Your mind is incredibly powerful, and what you visualize, you can create. But that vision must be clear. It needs to be vivid, tangible. When you see your future with clarity, it becomes real to you. And when it's real, you'll be more willing to put in the work. It's not enough to dream. You need to believe in that dream. You need to see it as something you can create. No one can create it for you, but you have everything you need to make it happen. Living your best life, it starts with you. It starts with making the decision to believe in yourself and take action. You have the power to build the life you want, but it requires a clear vision and a commitment to act. Without clarity, you'll wander aimlessly, and without action, you'll remain stuck. It's up to you to start taking those steps, no matter how small. Every step brings you closer. Every action you take gets you one step closer to that life you've been dreaming about. Let me tell you something. Success isn't magic. It's not reserved for a special few. Success is built on persistence, hard work, and the belief in your own potential. Look at Michael Jordan, one of the greatest basketball players of all time. He wasn't born with natural talent. He was cut from his high school basketball team, but he didn't give up. He kept going, believing that his potential was bigger than his failures. He practiced harder than anyone else, and that persistence paid off. Oprah Winfrey. She faced rejection, she faced doubt, and yet she never stopped believing in her own potential. She worked tirelessly, overcoming obstacle after obstacle, until she created the empire she has today. The point is, these people didn't succeed because they had it easy. They succeeded because they kept going. They believed in themselves, they didn't give up, and they stayed persistent. That's the secret to unlocking your potential. Now I want to ask you a question. What's holding you back? I bet you already know the answer. It's fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of the unknown. These fears create hesitation, and hesitation is what keeps you from moving forward. It's the invisible force that holds you in place. But here's the truth. The only thing standing between you and your dreams is the decision to act. Not the lack of resources, not the lack of time, but the decision to take action. Think back to the opportunities you've let slip by because of doubt or fear. How many chances have you missed because you were too afraid to take the first step? The job you didn't apply for, the relationship you didn't pursue, the business you didn't start. Every time you hesitated, you missed out on the chance to change your life. And here's the thing, those missed opportunities won't come back. But today is different. Today you can choose to take action. You can choose to make today the day you stop waiting and start acting. The opportunities are still there, waiting for you to grab them. You just have to be brave enough to seize them. Every moment you spend hesitating is a moment lost, a moment you can never get back. But if you act now, if you stop letting fear control you, you'll look back one day and realize that this was the turning point. This was the moment you decided to unlock your true potential. What are you waiting for? Your future is in your hands. The only question is, will you take the first step? Fear is the silent enemy of progress. It's that voice in your head that whispers you can't do this and convinces you to hold back. It's the barrier between you and your dreams, and it's something we all face. Fear is natural, it's part of being human. But when left unchecked, it becomes a force that stops you from moving forward. Fear keeps you stuck, and self-doubt feeds it. One feeds the other, creating a vicious cycle that keeps you stagnant. Your mind's primary job is to protect you. It's wired to keep you safe, and that's why fear exists in the first place. The problem is your mind doesn't know the difference between a real threat and the fear of taking a leap, starting something new, or facing the unknown. So it throws up walls, convincing you to stay where you are because it feels safe. But the truth is, staying where you are is not safe at all. It's holding you back from reaching your full potential. Fear tells you to stay in your comfort zone, but it's in that very zone where nothing changes. You need to recognize that fear is not a reflection of your abilities. It's just a defense mechanism trying to keep you stuck in place. But here's the good news. You can change your relationship with fear. It's not about eliminating it, it's about understanding it, facing it, and moving forward anyway. The first step is recognizing that fear doesn't define you or your potential. It's simply a challenge to push through. And once you start seeing fear for what it really is, just a mental block, you can move past it. Fear will always be there, but it doesn't have to control you. The only way to move beyond it is to take action. Have you ever felt like you're running in place, putting in effort, but not seeing the results you want? You've tried hard, given everything you have in a big push, but it feels like success is just out of reach. You're not alone. We've all been there. The truth is, success doesn't come from one giant leap. It comes from the consistent small actions we take every single day. It's easy to get lost in the idea of a quick fix or a one-time breakthrough, but those rarely lead to lasting results. What truly changes your life is the daily grind, the small, steady choices you make that build over time. Today I'm going to show you how the power of consistent action is the key to unlocking your true potential. This is not just about making big, bold moves. It's about doing the little things, day after day, that compound into massive success. Together we'll dive into how habits shape your future, how routines anchor your growth, and how the simple act of showing up each day can get you closer to where you want to be. Stay with me, because what you're about to hear could be the game changer that puts you on the path to real, sustainable success. The difference between those who achieve their dreams and those who don't isn't always talent, luck, or timing. The real difference is consistency. It's the people who show up every single day, no matter how they feel, who ultimately achieve their goals. You see, success doesn't come from a single burst of effort. It comes from the countless small actions you take over time. Think about it. How many of us have started something big only to fizzle out? We get excited, give it our all for a week, and then burn out because we're expecting overnight success. But success doesn't work that way. It's the daily grind, the small, consistent actions that compound over time. You might not see huge results right away, but the effort you put in today is building something bigger for tomorrow. Why do small actions matter? Well, the truth is, they add up. Whether it's reading a few pages every day, exercising for 20 minutes, or taking 5 minutes to reflect on your goals, those small positive actions start to build momentum. It's like a snowball rolling down a hill. At first it's small, barely noticeable, but over time that snowball grows bigger and bigger, gathering speed, and eventually it becomes unstoppable. Let me tell you something, it's not the grand gestures that lead to success, it's the daily, almost invisible actions you take that make the biggest difference. It's easy to believe that success comes from that one moment when everything changes, but in reality, it's the small choices you make every single day that compound into results. Think about a runner preparing for a marathon. She doesn't run a marathon all at once. She trains every day, slowly building her strength, endurance, and skill. Each run, even the short ones, adds up to the big race. And the same is true for you. Those small daily actions are the training that prepares you for success. They might seem insignificant at first, but over time they form the foundation for everything you want to achieve. Success doesn't happen in one giant leap. It's the small, consistent steps that carry you forward. When you're frustrated with how far you've come, remember this. Growth happens when you show up, even when it feels like nothing's changing. Keep going, because those small actions are building your future. The truth is, your routine will determine your success. It's not about waiting for inspiration to strike or hoping for motivation to hit you. It's about creating a routine that supports your goals, a routine that sets you up for success. You need a daily structure that helps you stay focused, disciplined, and productive. A strong morning routine, for example, can set the tone for your entire day. When you start your day with purpose, whether that's through exercise, reading, or setting clear goals, you're setting yourself up to win. And the evening routine is just as important. It's about winding down, reflecting on your progress, and preparing for tomorrow. A consistent routine is the foundation that helps you make progress even when motivation isn't there. But it's not just about the routine itself. It's about consistency. If you're not consistent, even the best routine won't work. So prioritize your tasks, organize your time, and make sure that each day supports the person you're becoming. Your routine should be a reflection of the life you want to create. Let me tell you something. Motivation is a temporary feeling. You won't always feel inspired. You won't always feel like doing the work. But here's the truth. Discipline is what separates those who succeed from those who don't. Discipline is about showing up, even when you don't feel like it. It's about pushing through the resistance and doing the work regardless of your mood. Motivation is great when it's there, but discipline is what keeps you going when it's not. And the good news, discipline can be built. It's like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. The key is to keep showing up even when it's hard, even when it's uncomfortable. Even when you're tired or discouraged, your discipline will carry you through when motivation fades. So how do you build that discipline? Start small. Create routines that make it easier to stay on track. Set clear goals and take action toward them every day, no matter how small the steps may seem. Over time, you'll find that discipline becomes second nature and success will follow. Let me give you a metaphor to help you understand the power of consistency. Imagine your habits are like the roots of a tree. The deeper those roots grow, the taller and stronger the tree becomes. But just like a tree, your habits take time to grow deep. You won't see the results immediately, but that doesn't mean nothing is happening. Those small, consistent actions are strengthening your foundation, preparing you for bigger success down the road. With each new habit you build, you're digging your roots deeper into the ground. The stronger those roots become, the higher you'll rise. It's not about immediate results. It's about steady, consistent growth over time. And eventually, the fruits of your labor will be clear for everyone to see. The power of consistency is unstoppable. With every small habit you build, you're reinforcing your foundation and setting yourself up for even greater success. Keep going. The results are coming. You're going to face resistance. It's part of the process, but here's a trick that can help you break through it. The 5-second rule. When you think about doing something, count to 5 and take action before your brain talks you out of it. The moment you hesitate, that's when resistance kicks in. But if you take immediate action, you can overcome it and build momentum. This works for everything. Whether it's starting a new project, making that important phone call, or even getting out of bed in the morning, count to 5 and move. The faster you act, the less time you have to talk yourself out of it. It's a simple technique, but it's incredibly powerful when used consistently. Here's another way to beat resistance. Break big tasks into smaller, manageable steps. When something feels overwhelming, it's easy to put it off. But when you break it down into bite-sized pieces, it suddenly feels doable. The key is to make each step as simple as possible. The smaller the task, the easier it is to take action. If you have a big project, don't focus on the end result. Focus on the first step, and then the next, and the next. Before you know it, you'll have made significant progress, and that progress will keep you motivated. Let me tell you, consistency works. Think about Michael Jordan. He didn't become the greatest basketball player ever because he had natural talent. He became great because of his consistent practice. He worked tirelessly day after day, improving his skills. He didn't take shortcuts. He showed up, put in the work, and kept going, even when it wasn't easy. The same is true for Oprah Winfrey. She didn't build an empire overnight. She worked consistently, building her brand one step at a time, showing up every day with the same dedication and discipline. And through that consistency, she changed the world. It's not about doing everything perfectly, it's about showing up and doing the work. Small wins add up, and over time, you'll look back and realize how far you've come. Let me leave you with this. Success isn't one big event. It's a series of small wins that add up over time. Every day you show up, every small habit you build, every step you take toward your goal is a victory. Keep going. Those small wins will eventually turn into the life you've always wanted. Stay consistent, stay disciplined, and keep building your future. Because success is coming, one small win at a time. Have you ever faced a setback that made you question whether you were on the right path? Have you ever felt that stinging feeling of failure and wondered if it was a sign to stop? Let me tell you something powerful. Failure is not the end. In fact, it's the opposite. It's a stepping stone, a necessary part of your journey to success. Today, we're going to shift the way you think about failure, because when you change how you view it, you change how you react to it. And that change, that's the key to turning your setbacks into comebacks. Failure isn't something to fear. It's something to embrace. It's a signal that you're pushing boundaries, trying new things, and growing. Every great achiever, whether it's in sports, business, or life, has faced failure. What makes them stand out isn't that they avoided failure, but that they learned how to use it. This isn't just motivation, it's a mindset shift. So if you're ready to stop seeing failure as an obstacle and start seeing it as a stepping stone, stay with me. What you're about to hear could change the way you approach every challenge you face from now on. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's part of the journey. Too many people believe that success should come easily or that it should be a straight path. But the truth is, success is messy. It's filled with bumps, setbacks, and yes, failure. It's those moments of failure that test us, that challenge us to dig deeper, to rise stronger. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is not that they've avoided failure, but that they've faced it head on and kept moving forward. Let's look at history for a moment. Thomas Edison, one of the greatest inventors of all time, failed over 1,000 times before successfully inventing the light bulb. 1,000 times. And what did he say? "I have not failed. I've just found 1,000 ways that won't work." His failures were not dead ends. They were lessons. They were stepping stones that led him closer to his breakthrough. This is what you need to understand. Failure is not the end of the road, it's just a part of the journey. It's not something that should make you question your worth or your abilities. Instead, it should make you stop and reflect, what can I learn from this? Failure is feedback, not finality. It's a chance to reassess, rework your strategy, and come back stronger. When you start to see failure this way, you stop fearing it. You start seeking it out because you know that each mistake is a step forward in disguise. Now let's talk about the importance of shifting your mindset. Failure is inevitable. It will happen, but you're only a failure if you stop trying. The moment you quit is when failure truly wins. The key to success isn't avoiding failure. It's in how you respond to it. Those who succeed are the ones who fall. Get back up and keep going. Thomas Edison didn't quit after 100 failures. He didn't quit after 500. He didn't quit after 999. It was only after the 1,000th failure that he found the solution. Think about the stories of other famous figures. J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter series, was rejected by 12 publishers before she finally found one willing to take a chance on her. Imagine if she had given up after the first, or the fifth, or the 10th rejection. We wouldn't have the phenomenon that is Harry Potter today. Her story is proof that failure doesn't define you, it's how many times you rise from it that does. Failure is not a roadblock, it's a lesson. Every failure holds valuable feedback. It shows you what doesn't work and gives you the opportunity to refine your approach. You don't need to be perfect, you just need to be persistent. You need to get up, adjust, and keep moving. This is the mindset that the most successful people in the world carry. They don't dwell on their failures. They learn from them and use them to fuel their next move. One of the most powerful metaphors for this mindset is the bamboo plant. Bamboo is resilient. It bends, but it never breaks. When it's faced with harsh conditions, it doesn't give up. It bends with the wind, but remains rooted in the ground. It's the same with you. You will bend in the face of failure, but you will not break. Every time life pushes you down, you'll come back stronger. Your resilience is what will set you apart. And resilience isn't just about getting back up, it's about growing stronger with every setback. The bamboo's roots grow deeper with every storm, and so will yours. The more you face failure, the more you learn, adapt, and grow. You won't be the same person after each failure, you'll be better. And that's the power of resilience. It's not the absence of setbacks that defines success, it's how you rise each time you fall. That's what matters. So how do you bounce back when failure knocks you down? First, you must reflect. Every failure is an opportunity to learn. Take a moment to think about what happened. What went wrong? What can you do differently? This self-reflection is where growth begins. When you take the time to analyze your mistakes, you turn them into lessons that propel you forward. Next, don't be afraid to pivot. Success isn't about doing things perfectly. It's about adjusting, learning, and improving along the way. Look at people like Steve Jobs, who was ousted from the company he created, only to return and turn Apple into the powerhouse it is today. He didn't let failure stop him. He pivoted, learned from his mistakes, and created something even greater. Lastly, maintain a growth mindset. Understand that failure is just part of the process. It's not something to fear or avoid. It's something to embrace. It's a chance to grow. A growth mindset allows you to look at challenges as opportunities, not obstacles. It helps you keep moving forward, even when things seem tough. Embrace the discomfort, because that's where the growth happens. When you reframe failure, you stop seeing it as something that defines you. You see it for what it really is. A lesson, a feedback loop, a chance to grow. And when you keep learning, adjusting, and persisting, success becomes inevitable. So the next time you face failure, remember this: it's not the end, it's just the beginning of your next breakthrough. Keep going. The best is yet to come. Have you ever felt like you're stuck in a rut, unable to break free, no matter how hard you try? What if the key to unlocking your potential isn't just about hard work or motivation? It's about the people you surround yourself with. The truth is, your environment shapes your success more than you realize. The right people can propel you to new heights, while the wrong ones can keep you stuck in place. In this session, we're diving deep into the importance of your circle. We'll uncover how the people around you either lift you up or hold you back, and how to make intentional choices that empower your growth. This isn't just about positive thinking, it's about actively curating your relationships to support your dreams, fuel your passion, and challenge you to be better. Get ready, because the right people might be the missing link between where you are and where you want to go. Think about the people you spend your time with. Are they pushing you forward or holding you back? The truth is, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. That's not just a cliche, it's science. The people you interact with every day shape your mindset, habits, and actions more than you realize. If you're constantly surrounded by negativity, doubt, or laziness, it's no wonder that you're struggling to move forward. But if you're in the right environment, with people who inspire, challenge, and elevate you, that energy will spill over into your own life. It's easy to overlook the power of influence, but every person in your circle either raises your energy or drains it. Think about it: who are you spending your time with? Are they pushing you toward your dreams, or holding you back with their limited thinking? When you surround yourself with people who are driven, motivated, and focused on growth, you will start to adopt those same qualities. You'll begin to see new opportunities. You'll start setting bigger goals. You'll approach your challenges with more confidence, because your environment is shaping you into a person who believes anything is possible. Now think about those who may not be lifting you up. Are there people in your life who consistently bring negativity, doubt, or pessimism? The impact of their influence is real. They may not be doing it on purpose, but their energy will start to drain you. And before you know it, their limits become your limits. Don't let this happen. You need to choose wisely who gets access to your time and energy. The right people will push you to be better, think bigger, and aim higher. The wrong ones, they'll keep you stuck in the same place, never challenging you to grow. The key to success isn't just about surrounding yourself with people who make you feel comfortable. It's about choosing those who will challenge you, inspire you, and push you to your limits. When you find the right people, they won't always agree with you, and they won't just tell you what you want to hear. They'll challenge your thinking. They'll push you to do more, to strive harder, and to aim higher. That's how you grow. You need people who hold you accountable, who aren't afraid to give you constructive criticism, and who want you to succeed just as much as you do. And let me tell you something: if you're always the smartest, most successful person in your group, it's time to find a new circle. You should always be striving to surround yourself with people who are further along in their journey than you are. Why? Because their success will serve as a roadmap for yours. When you're around people who have already achieved what you're trying to accomplish, you'll learn from their experiences, their mistakes, and their triumphs. You'll grow faster, you'll level up, and most importantly, you'll start to believe that your goals are achievable too. But there's another side to this. Sometimes the hardest part of growing is letting go of the people who are holding you back. It's not easy, but sometimes you have to cut out the toxic people to make room for those who will lift you up. Toxic relationships, whether personal or professional, can drain your energy, affect your self-worth, and limit your potential. They can keep you stuck in a cycle of negativity, doubt, and frustration. And here's the thing: you're never going to get ahead if you're constantly surrounded by people who make you feel small or limit your thinking. So how do you identify those toxic relationships? It's not always easy, but the signs are there. Look for people who constantly criticize you, who manipulate your emotions, or who hold you back with their jealousy. Look for people who make you feel exhausted, drained, or unworthy. These are the people you need to distance yourself from. And it's not about being mean or cutting people out for the sake of it. It's about protecting your mental and emotional health so you can make room for the people who truly support and believe in you. Once you let go of the negativity, you'll create space for the right people to come into your life. Surround yourself with those who believe in your dreams even when you don't. You need people who will cheer you on when you can't cheer for yourself. You need people who will believe in you until you can believe in yourself. When you have a supportive environment like this, you'll be unstoppable. You'll tackle challenges head on because you'll know you're not alone. You'll have people behind you, lifting you up and helping you navigate the obstacles that will inevitably come your way. Building the supportive environment starts with you. It's up to you to seek out and nurture relationships with like-minded individuals who share your values, work ethic, and ambition. Find the people who inspire you, who push you to be better, and who challenge you to grow. The people you surround yourself with will either fuel your dreams or hold you back. Choose wisely. Make sure your circle is filled with individuals who want to see you succeed and who will encourage you every step of the way. Your success depends on it. So start building your circle today. Do you often find yourself waiting for the right time to make a change? What if I told you that waiting is the very thing holding you back? The truth is, there's no perfect moment to start chasing your dreams. The perfect moment is right now. Taking immediate action is the key to unlocking your potential, overcoming procrastination, and breaking through the barriers that have kept you stuck. In this session, we're going to dive deep into why waiting is a trap and how you can start moving toward your goals today. Whether it's big or small, every step counts. And taking action is the only way to build momentum. No more excuses. It's time to stop putting off what you know you need to do. Get ready, because today is the day you stop waiting and start making things happen. Every moment you wait is a moment lost. The perfect time doesn't exist, only the now. Waiting for the right circumstances or the perfect timing can lead to nothing but inaction. The longer you wait, the more you delay your growth. If you keep waiting for everything to line up perfectly, you're going to miss out on countless opportunities. There's never going to be a perfect moment. There will always be challenges, doubts, and obstacles in your way. But those are the very things that make progress meaningful. Don't get stuck in the trap of waiting. Take action now, whatever you can, whenever you can. Procrastination is the dream killer. It tells you tomorrow. But here's the truth, tomorrow never comes. You think, I'll start next week, or I'll do it after this or that. But those excuses only feed your self-doubt and delay your progress. Every time you push something off, it builds up in your mind as a barrier. But if you take control of the present moment, you create a new future, one step at a time. Acting now is the only way to build momentum, no matter how small the first step may seem. Start today and you'll begin shaping the future you want. Don't focus on the mountain, just take the first step. Big goals can feel overwhelming. The thought of climbing a mountain is enough to make anyone freeze in their tracks. But if you break it down into smaller steps, you'll realize that each step is manageable. Take that first step, make that phone call, write that email, set that goal for today. What's the one thing you can do today to move forward? Start small, but start now. By taking immediate action, you'll start building momentum that will carry you forward. A goal without a plan is just a wish. You need an action plan, something that guides you through the process step by step. Write down what needs to be done, set clear timelines, and prioritize immediate tasks. This doesn't have to be complicated. Just take a few minutes today to outline what needs to happen next. Create your plan and begin executing it. No more waiting for the perfect moment. The perfect moment is now. When you have someone who is watching your progress, it makes you show up every time. This is the power of accountability. Having someone to answer to keeps you motivated, focused, and consistent. When you share your goals with someone else, you are much more likely to take action. Whether it's a mentor, a friend, or a colleague, find someone who is invested in your success. They will challenge you when you slack off, encourage you when you doubt yourself, and celebrate your wins along the way. Surround yourself with people who are invested in your success. Accountability partners don't just cheer you on, they challenge you, help you problem solve, and push you when you need it the most. Find people who will hold you accountable, who will remind you of your goals when you start to lose sight of them. Build a network of individuals who make you show up every day and keep you on track to achieve what you've set out to do. The best way to stay committed is to make someone else a part of your journey. When you share your goals with others, you're not just telling them about your dreams, You're making them part of the process, and that makes it harder to quit. It creates a sense of responsibility. You can't back out now because someone is expecting you to show up. Consistency comes when you know you have people counting on you. Make someone else part of your journey and you'll find the drive to keep going, even when things get tough. Success isn't about huge leaps, it's about small, consistent steps every day. When you commit to taking action every day, no matter how small the task, you'll be amazed at the progress you can make over time. Success is built through daily commitment. Each small step you take brings you closer to your goal. It's not about giant, dramatic moves, it's about staying consistent. No matter how tired, busy, or distracted you are, commit to doing something every single day. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be done. Commitment is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to show up day after day. Make the choice to do something toward your goal every day, no matter what. It doesn't matter how small the action is. It's the commitment to making progress each day that adds up over time and leads you to your bigger goals. This is how you build the habit of success. No matter how busy, tired, or distracted you are, your goals don't care. Commit to your progress today. Don't let excuses stand in your way. Your goals are yours to claim, but you have to commit to them. Remove the excuses and make daily progress a non-negotiable part of your life. It's the only way to break through the barriers that hold you back. The moment you stop waiting is the moment everything changes. Stop waiting for the perfect time. It's never going to come. The perfect moment is right now. Take action today. Start by making one decision, one step, one move forward. You're just one decision away from changing everything. What will you choose today? Procrastination is the enemy. If you keep waiting, you'll stay stuck. But if you act now, everything changes. So today, make a commitment to yourself. Start moving toward your goals. Don't look back. Take that first step right now and keep going. Your future is shaped by what you do today. Don't wait. Take action now. Have you ever felt like you're stuck in the same place, waiting for something to change but unsure of how to get there? What if today could be the day you finally break free and start creating the life you've always dreamed of? The truth is, your potential isn't something you'll stumble upon, it's something you must create every single day. Through consistent action, a mindset shift, and unwavering dedication, you have the power to unlock everything you've ever wanted. This isn't just about motivation, it's about taking control and making the decisions that will propel you toward your goals. It's time to stop waiting for the perfect moment, because that moment is now. What you do today matters. In this conclusion, we'll recap everything you've learned and reinforce the principles that will keep you moving forward. The choice to take action is yours. This is your turning point. Let's turn your potential into results, starting right now. Your success doesn't come by chance, it's crafted with each step you take. Success isn't something that happens overnight, and it isn't something you wait for. It's the product of the actions you take every single day. The road to success is a long one, but every step you take today brings you closer to where you want to be tomorrow. Every decision, no matter how small, is part of the bigger picture you are building. Your potential isn't hidden somewhere for you to find, it's something you build every day through deliberate action and choices. You have the power to shape your life, and it starts with consistent effort. Consistency is the key. Action is where it all begins, and your mindset is what drives it all forward. When you commit to showing up every day, no matter how tough it gets, that's where the magic happens. You don't need everything to be perfect. You don't need to have it all figured out right away. What you need is a willingness to start and the courage to keep going. That's how you build success. Keep moving forward, one step at a time, and trust the process. Every decision you make is a step toward creating your desired future. Don't wait for the stars to align or for the right moment to come. The time to act is now. The moment you decide to make a change is the moment everything shifts. If you wait for perfect conditions, you'll keep waiting forever. Your future is in your hands. You have the power to change your life today. Every action you take is an investment in your future. Make the decision to move forward now and start creating the future you've always dreamed of. You are capable of more than you think. Don't let fear or doubt stop you. The strength to achieve everything you want is already inside of you. All the tools you need are within your grasp, your skills, your ideas, and your willpower. You've faced challenges before and come out stronger. So why let fear or doubt hold you back now? Recognize that you are capable. Fear is just a feeling, not a fact. You have everything you need to succeed. Trust in your own strength and abilities. The journey won't always be easy, but it's worth it. Doubt will always be there, but it doesn't have to define you. There's a voice inside your head that tells you you're not good enough or that you'll never make it. That's the voice of fear, not reality. You can choose to ignore it. you can choose to take action despite it. Doubt is a part of the process, but it doesn't have to stop you. Keep moving forward, even when that voice is loud. Every time you push past doubt, you prove to yourself that you're capable of more than you thought. Don't let self-doubt control your life. Take control instead. Success begins with believing in your ability to create it. Before you can take action, you need to trust that you're capable of achieving your goals. Belief in yourself is the foundation for everything you do. When you believe in yourself, you see opportunities instead of obstacles. You take risks because you know you can handle the outcome. It's not about being perfect, it's about trusting that you have what it takes to get there. Start by believing in yourself, and the rest will follow. Enough waiting. Your time is now. Stop waiting for conditions to be perfect. The perfect time doesn't exist. If you keep waiting for everything to line up, you'll keep missing out. The time to act is always now. Every moment you wait is a moment you're not living the life you deserve. So stop waiting for the right moment and create it right now. The world won't wait for you, so why should you wait for the world? Your time is now. Step into your power and take control of your future today. Fear is temporary, but regret lasts forever. It's easy to let fear stop you from taking action. But what's worse than fear? Regret. Imagine looking back a year from now and realizing that you're still in the same place because you let fear and procrastination control you. Don't let that happen. Push through the discomfort. Fear will fade, but the life you create by taking action will last forever. Don't wait. Don't second guess. Just act. Today is the day you stop doubting and start doing. Right now, this moment is your turning point. The moment you decide to take action is the moment everything starts to change. All the doubts, all the fears, they don't matter anymore. What matters is what you do today. This is the moment where you commit to your goals and stop waiting for the perfect time. Take action now and you will create the future you desire. The life you deserve is within reach. Take the first step toward it today. This is your opportunity. This is your time. The life you want doesn't have to remain a dream, it's waiting for you to claim it. The first step may feel small, but it's the most important one. Take that step now and keep moving forward. Your future begins today, and it starts with the choices you make right now. Don't wait. Create the life you deserve.